Hey everyone, today we're out in Rosenberg, Texas at an awesome D.R. Horton community called Bryan Grove. Let's get into it.
Hi everyone, I'm Amber Moore.
And I'm Bret Wallace.
Okay, so as Bret mentioned, we are out in Rosenberg, Texas. Bret, this is like our hometown. It's nice to be back home.
Yeah, Rosenberg, Texas, no Benz, no Lexus, you know what I'm talking about?
And we are in Fort Bend County, of course. And Bret, I have to give a shout out to you because you are known as the Fort Bend County Realtor.
Oh, really?
I know, yeah. So we're out in Bret's part of, I guess, the woods today. You don't live too far. You practice real estate really down here on the south side of Houston. So you are the expert. So it's nice to come down here and be with you today on site, on location. This awesome D.R. Horton community, as mentioned, they do such an awesome job building out great value homes, great price points that's really accessible for anyone.
And speaking of accessibility, the location to be more exact, we're on Bryan Road in between Mennonite Road, FM 2977 and 2218. So we're about, what, 5 minutes from Brazos Town Center. And at one point, I did read Brazos Town Center was like the 33rd biggest retail by square footage. Because you got to think the Kroger, which is like the top producing Kroger in Texas, and then all of the stuff across the street on the other side of I-69. It's a massive shopping district. You're about 5 minutes from there. Tons of food, tons of shopping, tons of everything.
Well, I'm glad I'm on location today because I didn't know half of that. And unfortunately, they didn't have all of this development when we were growing up here because we literally had to drive to Sugar Land just to
go to Chili's. We would have, in high school after our basketball games, we're like, everybody shut down at 9 o'clock, so we have to go to Chili's in Sugar Land at Williams Trace.
There was like a Bell's, so like anything, like there was no Ross and all this, guys. You had
Bell's,
to go.
that was good living.
We're
right
really
there.
dating ourselves.
They didn't have polo shirts. You had to get like the chaps. That was the only Ralph Lauren. I didn't say Lauren.
Anyway, I realize we're here about real estate and whatnot, so let's get in the car and show everybody around.
Yeah, let's go. So the really cool thing about D.R. Horton is obviously they pack a lot of punch. They build a solid home with a modern aesthetic, and the open floor plans, they're designed for modern living, which is what everyone wants. The plans here in Bryan Grove obviously feature kitchens with shaker style cabinets, granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, including a gas range, dishwasher, microwave hood combo, and most, if not all, the homes are going to have vinyl flooring, like luxury vinyl, and they're very resilient. It's a great material against scratches, pets, and the occasional water. Yes, definitely, and they look nice. They perform well.
And what I love about D.R. Horton is that they always have spectacular floor plans to choose from, and they have a great variety. Bret, we're seeing 1 and 2 story homes. Some even have 5 bedrooms. That's a huge need for maybe larger families that need just an extra room, and maybe even a 3-bathroom home. What I think is the killer, the standout point here, really though, is that all of the 1-story floor plans, except one, have 3-car garages.
Yeah, and not only 3 cars. When you asked the salesperson, because I've been here a couple times, but yeah, you go tandem, or you said 3-car garage, and I go, yeah, they have to be tandem. I'm like, no, they're side by side. They're linear. Yeah, they're so they're 3 wide. So all the 1-story plans have 3-car garages, like a 2-bay and then a single bay, except for one of their 1-story plans, which I imagine is the smallest.
Yeah, so maybe you want to park 2 cars and use an extra bay for storage. I have some clients that use the extra bay for a golf cart. Who knows?
Or a golf cart. You can also do a golf simulation.
Hey.
Yeah. Or a little small gym. Put some weights. Put a weight rack.
Or a 3rd car. Who knows?
Yeah. Or a motorcycle. Or you guys get the point. More storage, more area in the garage is always a great thing. So yeah, 7 total plans out here between 1 stories and 2 stories. 7 different plans. So it'll have everything from, I believe, about a 1,566 square foot home, which is, I believe, Section 1 has some of those. The ones in Section 2, the current construction is a little bit bigger. That's what's more popular and obviously selling more out here. But yeah, they've also added the higher square footage ones, which is what I guess people were saying from Section 1. So they actually go up to about 2,900 and change square feet on some of the 2 stories.
That's a really big home.
Yeah, and also these videos on Houston Local Guide are meant to withstand the test of time, and we're filming in 2024, but we want this video to be relevant in 25 and 26. But what I can say about D.R. Horton, especially in the high interest rate environment, they always roll out crazy incentives, and they know who their buyer is, right? So they'll have discount points. They bulk negotiate. They'll buy, you know, 50,000, 100,000 mortgages from Chase in a month and say, what rate can you give us if we buy 100,000 mortgages? And so, I mean, you'll see rates typically 2 points, 1.5 point lower than is what's typical with the resale market and what average loan originators can do. And they also will do washer and dryer incentives, like for some months, or, you know, refrigerator, washer and dryer.
Costs.
DR really rolls out great incentives for, you know, not only first-time home buyers, but for people that are trying to keep as much money in their pocket for moving expenses and furnishing the home. And, you know, so it's an affordable, or as affordable as it can be, getting into a new home.
And I can appreciate that, and that's why we've sold quite a few DR Hortons ourselves. You know, great value. Just, you know what you're getting, and it's a great quality product. So it's just nice that both things go hand in hand. So Brett, let's talk about the community here itself. There are some notable features. They do have a great playground. There's even a pavilion here. And again, really the thing here is just location, right? You're right off the freeway. So it's a great access point. It's just very convenient. And all the kiddos here, right, Brett, go to CISD, which is Lamar Consolidated Independent School District. So, Brett, you want to run through the schools? Yeah,
so it's Arredondo Elementary School, Wright Junior High, and Randall High School, which is one of the newer high schools in LCISD, only a few years old. But going back to what Amber was saying about the features and kind of the location, if you have to commute to Houston, the last thing you want to do is get close to your home and still be in experiencing traffic. They have widened I-69 like so far. And once you get past the Sugar Land area and Highway 99, the Grand Parkway, it's kind of a straight shot. It's a very easy progression from once you get past Sugar Land to get to this neighborhood. The neighborhood, the pricing that I'm seeing right now, again, it's almost Q4 2024, mid 300s to mid 400s is kind of the new price point, the price tag on new construction. Resale, there'll probably start being some resales in Section 1 coming up soon, but we saw the site map and they still have a decent amount of lots to go through here, so there will be new construction here for a while. And DR is good at, they do a lot of inventory, not as many custom builds from dirt. So I mean, they know what their clients want, so they have a pipeline of inventory steadily being unveiled. So that's a great thing about a DR Horton community. But let's get back to tax rate and HOA, which is always the fun stuff. So Amber, what I'm seeing right now, and again, Bryan Grove, we did talk about the amenities here. So it's always like a give or take, right? Some people are like, oh, well, the HOA is $1,300 a year.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but you get this, this, and this. It's like, well, I don't really use those things. I don't need a gym, or I don't need a splash pad. Well, the HOA right now in 2024 is $500.
So it's absolutely reasonable.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is for somebody that's trying to keep their monthly budget like in line and not have a lot of excessive waste. But again, there's playgrounds, pavilions. The homes are smart home connected, so that's pretty cool. So you got a lot of features, but it's more based on your lot and your property, the things you're getting. And your HOA dues are very much kept in check at $500 a year.
Yeah,
so
that's very reasonable.
Yep, exactly.
And then I'm even impressed by the tax rate. So normally when we're in a new construction community, we're looking at 3 or above. So right now in 2024, we're at 2.81%, and that's before any exemptions. So the fact that there's even a 2 preceding the decimal, impressive.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So it just speaks to the value again. Energy efficient homes, great sales price. It's affordable, economical, and great location. If you would like to come out and tour, please let us know. A lot of builders do require that you be on site with a realtor at your first time, you know, coming into a model home where we're at right now, Model Home Park. And, you know, we would love to represent you, even on new construction. We have so many videos about this. It's really important to have a realtor on your side working with you on your behalf. And what's great is that in the new landscape of real estate, right, you know that the builder, well, at least it's kind of the norm now for the builder to be paying your realtor commission anyway. So that's been Bryan Grove. If you would like to come out for a tour, you know how to reach us. All of our contact information is below. Call, text, email us anytime. We can't wait to hear from you, and thank you as always for watching. See you again next week.
Go Astros. This is just a joke.